Welcome back for our second episode of First Impressions of the 2015 Subaru WRX. We got a lot of great feedback and comments on YouTube, and the first thing we really wanted to check out is the turbo setup on this new FA20 DIT. So we're here with Jason, our Subaru expert here at Mishimoto. Give me your first impressions. Tell me what you think.
Well, turbo is a lot different than previous EJ engines. It's mounted in the front. It's a twin scroll design finally. Subaru offered the twin scroll turbo in Japan for quite some time before coming to the US. Driving it, it's a lot more responsive. It spools up a lot quicker. Boost is reached a lot sooner than the old EJ engine, making it a better daily driver. The inlet and the downpipe are in different positions. They're, in my opinion, easier to change this time. And it routes a hot side charge pipe up over the engine and into the top mounted core. As you see, we started jumping into this FA20 DIT engine. We removed the downpipe, the inlet housing, and the charge pipe as well as the radiator. You can see it's a lot more simpler down there. Turbo replacements are, in my opinion, going to be a little bit simpler. You may have to take the manifold off as well, but everything is there, exposed, and it's very easy to get to, very easy to work on, and in my opinion, easier to service. Alright, so we're underneath the car and we took the turbo inlet and the downpipe off. You can see what's different on the 2015. They went to a 2-bolt flange for the turbo inlet. There's actually a plastic inlet housing here where the boost control lines and the crankcase vent lines connect to. It's a lot easier to remove than previous years. There's no more inlet hose that goes underneath the manifold that takes you a whole day to struggle with. Okay, what I'm holding is the inlet, bypass valve, and hot side assembly off the 2015 WRX. So you can see the plastic inlet housing, boost control solenoid, bypass valve, and the charge pipe. There's going to be a lot of aftermarket choices for the bypass valve. To remove it, you want to disconnect this first, disconnect this off the turbo, and pull this whole assembly out, or you could cause parts to break. Okay, you can see the biggest change of the new style turbo is the wastegate. The wastegate looks to be a much more efficient design. The wastegate, the exhaust gas is dumped right out into the downpipe. There's no more flat block-off plate like the old style downpipe had. I think it's going to be much more efficient controlling boost. There shouldn't be any boost creep issues like the old 2.5s had. I think it'll be a lot more receptive to aftermarket tuning and more aggressive tunes. It's just a much freer flowing design. What I'm holding is the first part of the downpipe. This is the first catalytic converter. It comes right off the turbo. You can see when you look in here, it's a lot more efficient design. There's no block-off plate that the old one had. Seems to be a lot more smoother flowing edges in here for better airflow. I'm sure the aftermarket will pick right up on this and improve the flow of this. But for a stock part, it's very good, and it's a much better improvement over the old one.
Thanks, Jason. That was super helpful explaining all this new turbo info for us. Stay tuned next week for another episode of First Impressions with the 2015 WRX, and continue to give us great comments and feedback on our YouTube below. Thanks.